What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the Thomas Gallery, and today I want to talk about art and food. Now, if you remember, I did 3 videos on art and sex, art and politics, and art and religion. Right now I want to talk about excuse me, I want to talk about art and food. And the reason why I did that is because when it comes to food, yes, everyone needs food to live, okay? But what I tend to notice is that another part of food is the presentation, how it looks. Okay, we all know it has. People like it to smell a certain way and obviously taste a certain way. But I think people underestimate the effect of how it looks when it's being presented. Okay, before consumption, that process is very important when it comes to food because as little children and even as adults, we tend to want to eat that which looks good to us. It can be bad for us, actually. However, if it looks good, if it looks aesthetically pleasing, that means it simply means it looks appealing to the eyes. Then even if we won't like it, we'll still try it. We're more likely to try something new if it looks good rather than if it just looks looks bad. Excuse me. When it comes to art and food, over the years, people have made it a art to put sort of a artistic flair onto it. That's why we have like the culinary art schools, where you look at the images of people preparing food, and it looks like they're making a painting or something. It looks like Rembrandt is coming down and about to go crazy in the kitchen, right? And when you see it, it looks like a Renaissance painting on a plate. That's because when you think about food, you gotta take into effect, gotta take into consideration the kind of food you're serving, and color. Color is very important when it comes to food. We humans are attracted to bright colors, so you gotta deal with the placement of the food on the plate. You gotta deal with what goes where. What food goes next to a particular food in terms of color, in terms of the texture, in terms of the taste. you know, cooking deals with all 5 senses at the same time a lot of times. But when it comes to serving the food, the person wants to look at it and it says, this looks good. Like I said, it could be bad for you. Somebody could have given you a plate of poison. But if it's given in an artistically pleasing form, somebody would say, you know what? That looks good. Have you ever gone to a restaurant, right? Yeah, plenty of people have done this. You've gone to a restaurant, right? And you're sitting there, you ordered your food, and you waiting for your food to come. And all of a sudden, the waiter comes with the food of another table, right? And what's the first thing you do? If the table is right next to you, or if the tray is huge, what's the first thing you do? You'll look to see what's on the plate. You're like, and let's say like you look on the plate and you see something good. You see like a salad, or you see like a cake, or some kind of steak or something like that, or some kind of fish or whatever. And all you do is just look at it the whole time. You're like, man. And what's the first thing you say? That look good. You see, that response is the same response you get when you look at a painting or a sculpture. You look at it and you say, wow, that looks good. Because whatever it is visually appealing. Which means that matters when it comes to food. So when you make the preparation of food in art form and it appeals to the eyes, if it appeals to the eyes, it appeals to the stomach. That's the way it goes. Now, that's like I said, it's not always the case. But when it comes to advertising the food, it has to look visually appealing for you to entertain it first. If it don't look good, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to want to deal with it. Even if that is probably the best thing for you to eat on the planet. If it don't look a certain way, you're going to say, nah, I don't want it. But it's good for you. I know, but I just like the way it look. See? Same thing. So, art and food is like most of the food you have ever eaten, you probably ate it because it looked good. It didn't have to, it didn't taste good, or it wasn't good for you health wise, but most of the food that you ate, it looked good. That's mostly why you ate it. Alright, so here's my little 2 cents on that. Hope you enjoy it. And I'll catch you all later. Peace.